we've given you some background information that's pretty detailed with the history and some of the meanings of the different aspects of the shofar. But we've asked a professional musician, my wife, who is a music educator and a classical and Jewish Israeli music performer, to not only teach us how to sound the shofar, so you all have that privilege, but a little bit about the shofar itself and what some of the sounds means. And also, you notice the bottle of Schlitz up here. If you were to, if you were to Google if you go to ask.com and type in how do you clean a shofar, the first link will tell you that you have to use Schlitz. And yes,
drink it.
Yeah, but that's Ashkenazi link. Sephardi link is Arab.
Yeah, Arab. So we brought some Schlitz that for those of you who are going to learn how to sound the shofar, you can clean it beforehand and enjoy it a little bit more. So without further ado, I'd like to invite Faye Jeser to lead us in this last part of tonight's program.
Clap now, please. Okay, so these all belong to the Jeser household, and they all have been purchased in Israel. And about in 1980, I took a workshop in Orlando, Florida. And it was given by a rabbi who said, whoever wants to learn how to sound the shofar, come to this workshop. Well, I had been trying for a long time to sound the shofar, and I get a sound. But he said, there's a few things people have to know. And so I'm going to go through that with you, and then I'm going to ask for volunteers, and if you don't volunteer, I will volunteer you. So just plan on being up here. We have 8 or 7 shofarot. This is Michael's, right? Thank you. This is the easiest one to start with, and it's not so big, but what the most important part is in learning to sound the shofar is not the shofar. It's your lips. Your lips have to work well with the shofar. That's why when people go to Israel and they say, I want to try it first. I want to hear how it sounds. I want to see how it... Some of them are very difficult and some of them are a little bit easier. This one happens to not be a very difficult shofar. I don't think it's the size, it's just the way it's made. You will see that each one, and the reason we have the shlubavitz is because we're going to clean the mouthpiece so that someone else can try it. You don't have to worry about germs anyway. In school, I do this actually with pre-K 4-year-olds, 5-year-olds, not the shlubavitz. Well, actually, I do, but I don't tell anybody. The little ones blow, their faces are so red. I'm ready for them to just explode until I show them exactly how to do it. They actually want to put it in their mouth. And I say, no. First of all, it's nothing to eat. It is something to sound. And they look at me like, why? But that's what we see everybody doing. They don't see it when it's being blown, on the stand. Anyway, on the bima, they can't see that far. So I said, you have to put on your lips. Your lips should be as dry as you can get it, because water does go inside, and after a while, it's not sounding too good. The other thing is that when you blow sound in, or when you blow wind in here, you have to make sure that the wind hits the side of the shofar so it will vibrate. If you just blow it straight through, nothing comes out. It has to be directed. Now, that all depends on your lips. Okay? So I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to show you the difference with some of them as I do with the kids. And of course, they always want to blow the biggest one. And I tell them they have to, in order to be part of the shofar club at school, which there isn't any, but they think there is, that they have to start with the smallest, get to the next, the next, the next. And if they can do it, then they're part of the shofar club, and I'll give them a little pin, they're part of the shofar club. So if you want to be part of the shofar club, you have to come up, or I will come to you. All right, so the first one, somebody might not hold it. They might hold it in the center. They might hold it on the side. You might have to tilt it. You have to feel. If you don't get a sound, what I do is I take it and I turn it so I can get it to vibrate on the side. So in order for me to make one sound, which is showing us that God is one, there is one sound, what do we call that one sound? Tekiya. Thank you very much. So everybody say tekiya.
Tekiya.
Say it a little bit with, you know, feeling.
Tekiya.
Okay. Now somebody say shvarim, which is 3 sounds. And these are supposed to sound like little crying because we are crying. This is a very, very emotional holiday or holy day. And we are, there's a lot going into this. We want to be inscribed in the book of life, all right? Whatever your reason is, this is what we did. Of course, I'm simplifying this because everybody went through their shtick, so I'm just going to go through my shtick. And now everybody say shvarim. Shvarim. She's ahead of you. She goes to front of the class. What's the next sound that we say? Hello. How many sounds is that supposed to be? 9 at least. But when you get started, sometimes it goes a little bit longer. This the kids love altogether. Did you count 9?
No.
Do it again. Listen. Did you count 9?
No.
Okay, that's why I do it to kids, because they can't count that fast either. So now we're going to do it again, and I'm going to do it so you can count it, but it's going to be faster. Got it? Yeah. And then what's the next one that you have to really hold for a long time? Say that again. Tekiya Gadola. Okay. Are you ready? Yeah. That's when they say, "Oh, Mrs. Jeser, you're turning red." As I walk around the whole room. This one once. This is really different. I have never seen another one like this. You have to put your mouth on it totally differently. Tell me if it sounds louder or thinner or higher or lower. The little kids don't know higher and lower, so they have no idea. They just know it goes loud. But listen. Now, why do you think this is louder than this when this is smaller? Really, it's not bigger.
Larger circumference.
More area. You sound just like the kids. Oh, it's because it's bigger. What? Say it again.
Larger circumference here.
They don't know that word. Larger circumference. Okay. Is it? Feel it. Is it thicker skin? Okay, so if you're thicker skinned, does that mean you're a louder person? Could be, maybe. Anyway, they sound totally different. Now you go to a shofar.
It sounds like they were doing it from mountain to mountain.
Yeah.
Now this one, I've never had one that I had to hold down, but it doesn't go right with me on here, so I'm going to try this. This is a fairly new one to me, but I'm going to try. Why do you think this is higher sounding?
It's like, this sounds like an army, a bugle.
A bugle? Doesn't look like a bugle. All right, now wait a minute.
It might also have to do with how many twisted turns it has.
Probably.
Because
Now,
like in a French
this
horn
one,
and a trumpet, you have different valves. And
right, no valves on. Did you know there are people that actually do play tunes on these? And those are trumpet players whose lips are so strong and their embouchure is so good that they can actually, I had a friend who actually was a trumpet player, and he was able to play Yankee Doodle.
Why not?
I'm like, why not? You want to try? Why not? So now this one, this got cleaned out with Schlivovitz. We're going to hear how it sounds now. You all look at it, you're wondering, is it going to be louder?
It has something in there because be careful.
No, nothing's falling, nothing's going to come out. The kids always look like, why isn't it playing? You know, what's in there? I have to find where it's best. I've been working with 3, each one. By the way, you must know that each one is different to play. It's not like you get a trumpet, they all sound the same, or you get a trombone, they all, that's why we have an orchestra now with instruments like that. Because you can never have an orchestra with shofar, because they're all different.
Sounds like a
Get ready,
show.
Michael. Like a gazelle or an ibex, yeah. This one sounds more like a trumpet. Now the reason I saved this next one to last, don't think you're sitting there all night because you're going to come up and try it. This was my brother's, and he just passed away 2 years ago. And he said, don't you worry, Faye, I'm leaving you my shofar. So he used to sound the shofar in his shul every year until he was 85, right? And we even have a little video of him doing it in his senior citizen complex. And he could hardly talk, but when it came to doing this, the sound was amazing. Each one is totally different. Now, how many people in this room, I want you to watch, every time I did it, I put it on my lips. You notice? My lips have to be very tight. I tell the children actually to button their lips in the corner, because a lot of them go and it comes out the side. It can't. It has to go through the center. So I said, button your lips, make it very, very, very tight, and then just blow. Well, some of them do it right away, and some of them take a little longer. But by the time they get to 2nd or 3rd grade, they all know how to do it. They're amazing. And that's 7, 8-year-olds. So how many people in this room do know how to sound the shofar?
Before we break into that part, because it's going to get a little bit running around, I want to formally thank 2 people. First, Honey, for hosting us again. And those of you who don't know, probably most don't, Honey is doing something probably as unique as I've ever heard. She's going to go teach law in Croatia. Wow. So if you want to hear more about that afterwards, you're certainly welcome to. We know you're going to have a lot of time to read. You know you're interested in politics. Here's Bob Woodward's newest book, which I think you'll enjoy.
Thank you. Yes, I will. Thank you.
And to Faye, who is, believes that the #1 composer, conductor in the world is Leonard Bernstein, is a new book on his life. Wow. So we thank you. We thank you for joining us. We'll let you learn with Faye, and then afterwards you can sort of stay around and finish all the food.
For Reformed Jews whose devotion to social justice kept alive the prophetic call when the rest of Judaism was bogged down in details. Tekiah. What? Wow, what a band. Read the next one. For conservative Jews who preserve the balance between tradition and today, Shaare 3. Oh, Show, you got the good one. I knew it. Okay, switch around, guys. For Orthodox Torah and Halakha in contemporary society. Teruah. Israelis don't listen. Israeli children don't listen either.
I don't know how to count.
You know that count.
I didn't learn to
I'm not so good with IBEX.
For Hasidim, come on, read with me. For Hasidim, Jennifer, read with me. Tekiah. Next, for Haredim, who have a sense of mission. Tekiah. For Israeli Jews who are gathered from the four corners of the earth and have built our homeland. Shvarim. Just going like that doesn't do it. For Zionists of every land whose devotion to our people have brought into existence a miracle. Teruah. Next, for philanthropic Jews who nurture the world with their generosity. Tekiah. Good. For members of our Jewish organizations who gather to promote the interests of our people. Tekiah. For Jews who are devoted to the causes we must consider, disabilities, environment, civil rights, and others. Shvarim.
I almost did the other one, sorry.
I knew it. For Jews who marry Jews and create a Jewish home. Teruah. For Jews who marry non-Jews and struggle to define a sense of Jewishness. Tekiah. For every one of us, single or married, old or young, religious or secular, enthusiastic or ambivalent, Jewish by birth, by choice, by soul, or by sympathy, for the essential contribution we each bring, which makes our people whole. Get ready. Tekiah Gadolah.
Nice job. Thank you.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's who you are. You look like
Well, that makes sense.
Thank you all for coming. Shana Tova. Eat the food.
Yeah.